Good morning, everyone. My name is Tracy Carroll, and I'm running for City Council here in the city of Vero Beach. Deborah, thank you. And I want to thank Deborah because she is the first person in this community who identified me as a possible candidate for City Council. If you remember back 3-4 years ago, I sat in her office when I was considering being placed on the Recreation Commission of the city of Vero Beach. And she said to me, Tracy, what are you doing here? Why are you interviewing for this? Because you need to be on City Council. So thank you from a number of years ago for that, because here I am today. Actually, I'll be filling my paperwork I'll be putting my paperwork in later today to run for the one-year position on the City Council. And why am I looking at doing this? I put my name in last December when Mr. Wilson was removed from office for the one-year seat. And I was simply amazed at what happened. The City Council placed the person back on the City Council who was their friend, who was someone who would vote the way they would. And we've all seen what has resulted. The fighting, the communications back and forth, the lawsuits. The situation on our City Council today, as we know, is not a good thing. It's an embarrassment. Ed writes in the paper each week of things happening at our City Council, and all of us just shake our heads. What can we do to bring back a sense of decency, hard work, and intelligence back to our City Council? And that's something I think I could bring to that. So what are some of the issues that I feel are important? Obviously, most of you know that I've been involved with Operation Clean Sweep, a political committee in this community that's trying to find out what the city voters want, to allow them to have their own say in what happens with our electrical utility. Right now, each month as I write the check out to the Orlando utility based on their contract, I'm paying 30% more than I would be if we had FPNL rates. 30% more of my $600 bill each month is an additional $200. $200 a month I'm paying as a hidden tax to the city of Vero Beach. Well, it's not going to the city because we know it's funneling on to Orlando. $200 times 12 months a year is $1,200 more. It's coming out of my paycheck. It's money that's not being used here in Vero Beach at our local businesses. It's money that I'm not putting in the bank for my kids' college education. It's going out of our community. Now multiply that $1,200 by every one of you. The city of Vero Beach voters are paying out $8 million more a year, $21 million when we add all of our county voters. That's a lot of money that's going out of this community. With FPNL, they may be able to offer us the lower rates because they're regulated by the PSC. We have to go by their rates. Now, it's not only the electrical issue, but also the sewer and water that we're paying for. I hope you'll vote for me come November. Thank you.
I'm Jay Kramer. I realize probably many of you probably don't know me, but I've been around for quite a while. We've had property here 8 years. I've been involved in Vero Beach for 7 years, although not publicly. Been watching the City Council quite a bit. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. Obviously, we've got issues up here that revolve around the electrical, the water, the pensions weren't mentioned, the bureaucracy that goes on up there. These are all things that really grind on me. However, for me personally, the issue goes deeper than just the electrical and a lot of these other issues. It's how the city runs. We've got a bureaucracy there that there's individuals that seem to coordinate city council operations there. It's almost as if we have a rubber stamp group up here. Things come up, things get voted. We don't know why. We don't know what happens. It really poses some serious questions to me. Who's thinking through the processes? Are we not privy to know what's going on with our money? With the electrical issue, the 30% gets thrown around quite a bit, and it's there, it's 30%. And I'm a business owner. 20% of my budget goes to power. And when I see I'm paying 30% over, from month to month, that's 6 to 9% off my bottom line. When we look at this area, we see unemployment, we see people that are not investing back into the community, where they're not hiring. That 6 to 9% can go an awful long way. Now, I'm all for selling wisely the the power system, you know, I had an article earlier that I said, you know, let's sell the county. Obviously, the county has been moving in that direction. I've talked with some people in River Shores. They want to do that. They want to go their own way. They want to have a little self-deterministic direction that they have control. And I am all for control. You know, the last election, I tried to inject deregulation, a little more utility choice. I realize at this level it's not possible. However, I do have a strong feeling that people are important. People need to be involved in these processes, and they need to have control of their money, where it's going, and specifically the quality of the services that they have. As far as the city itself, when the county goes, the variables in the city are going to change. We don't know what the prices are going to be, but somebody needs to put a little fire to the feet of these workers and say, hey, you know, it's FP&L for the highway. Quite frankly, we got to have some performance there.
15 seconds.
One other issue that probably is not coming up, we've got a new city manager that's going to be probably thought about. Just try to put this in the back of your mind. We've been thinking about a strong mayor position, get rid of the city manager altogether, reduce bureaucracy, introduce sunshine into the operations of Vero Beach. Jay Kramer, City Council, thank you.